Hello, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be looking at the weather across the UK in the next week to 2 weeks range. So let's start with the rain and cloud UKV. So you can see today, you can see it's been a bit cloudy as so far of today and some rain around, but it's been quite warm, 23 in the south. So not the worst day, but it hasn't been too sunny. By Monday, seems to be cloudy again and rainy. Probably still be around 20 degrees. And then into Tuesday, more rain around, more persistent rain, heavier rain there on Tuesday. On Wednesday again, cloudy and rainy. And Thursday is probably a bit more sunnier, as later in the week it'll probably get warmer and more high pressure. So, as we can see from this, it's showing this week it's going to be, or next week I mean, it's going to be unsettled, but it's still going to be around the 20-degree range, so it's going to be quite muggy and it's not the best type of weather, is it? So, well, we'll look at the temperatures now for the next 5 days. So you can see today it's been 21, 22 in the south, and then tomorrow 23 in the south, 24 maybe, colder in the north. Into Tuesday 24, 25, so it is going to be quite warm, but it's not very sunny. So yeah, and then by Thursday 27, 28 maybe, and then later on next week could even get to 30 degrees, another heat wave probably possible here. So yeah, so next week muggy, warm, and it's going to be quite rainy and cloudy. And then by later on next week into the weekend, probably 30-degree could be possible, and another heat wave could be on the way. So now let's look at the longer range models. So start at the HTMWF. You can see today high pressure around, just sitting to the south, and then throughout the week that becomes more dominant and gives us a better southerly airflow and more high pressure around, so it's more sunny, warm, probably hot, and yeah. So yeah, later in June seems to be more warm, maybe even hot, heat wave weather coming up. Let's look at temperatures as well. So you can see you can see 10-degree ice fan there next weekend. And yeah, you can just see that hot air sitting around all of the last portion of next week and the week after that, but that's quite far away, so can't really trust that. But we can look at GFS and see if it's saying the same thing. So look at GFS, and you can see again high pressure around, not too strong though, so it's letting some lower pressure systems come through and more some fronts with rain. But then later on next week it seems to become stronger and more dominant, and by next weekend you can see that in the south the high pressure is very dominant and giving quite a good southerly airflow, so it'll probably be 30 degrees next weekend probably, and another heat wave. Look at the temperatures with that as well. You can see you can see 10 degrees foam again. I think the models were a bit warmer yesterday, not as warm as today, but still looking like probably another heat wave on the way. So from all the long range models we can see there's a consensus with quite hot air coming in later next week from the south, from Africa and Spain. So yeah, look at the ensembles now. Okay, so from the ensembles you can see so around average, and then it starts to go up through the week, and by later next week it peaks at 15, quite warm, and then after that there's a bit of scouring, but you can see it's above average majority of them, and yeah, so it's going to remain above average the temperatures probably throughout the rest of June. So hot and sunny probably for the rest of June as well. So yeah, that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe for more. See you soon. Bye.